Hello friends, good afternoon. Today I am coming up with very interesting topic in Odoo stock valuation accounting, where people have a very different business case, unusual case, where they wanted to, shift from Anglo-Saxon accounting to Continental accounting. So let's see how exactly the situation is and what we can do in terms of change in configuration and accounting to capture the entire business scenario. So I'm just starting with my accounting configuration. It is a very much blank database, and I have enabled Anglo-Saxon accounting, and then one of my product category where I have defined stock input and stock output account over here with inventory valuation account. And these are the two products which I am going to use for my business case. Everything is blank right now. It is a blank database, so no entries are there. And let's start with our purchase order. So I am have to define warehouse also for this, where I will create first a warehouse, and then once warehouse is created, I will simply go and buy my product. So this product I am buying at 10 rupees, 10 rupees per product, and then this product I am buying 10 unit at 20 rupees a product. I just confirm this order. I am gonna receive this order, and then I will check my positioning over here, how it will behave. So on accounting reporting, I will see like inventories has been debited and stock received has been, you know, credited over here with this. So if I go to my general ledger, now you can see inventory is debited and this account stock received interim account is credited. And then in the latest version, I have to upload the vendor bill, and then it will only allow me to confirm my vendor bill in Odoo. So as soon as I confirm this vendor bill, the general entry will be passed, like stock received account will be debited against my creditors account. So now this account will be nullified over here due to Anglo-Saxon accounting and automated accounting setup. Now what will happen, like I am selling this product to a customer. So what I will do, I will go and then let's say selling 1 unit of that one product and 1 unit of another product. So what Odoo will do, Odoo will generate a delivery and I validate delivery. So in my reporting in general ledger, now you can see stock delivered account will also debit based on the cost, and it will credit my main inventory. Now what happens is, as soon as we create the invoice, it will nullify that interim account, and then it will register my purchase expense finally based on our Anglo-Saxon accounting. So over here, what happens is, now as soon as I refresh, you can see my both stock received and stock delivered account will be 0, because I am clear with my vendor bill, I am clear with my customer invoice also, and then I am having 270 rupees of open inventory balance on hand right now. Now what happens is, I am again registering some of the open vendor bill or PO over here. So let's say I am creating again a new PO where my valuation goes increase by certain level, and then I am confirming my PO and I am receiving the goods, but I am not yet done with my vendor bill. So in my general ledger, if we check, what happens is my stock received account will have 330 rupees and stock delivered will hit whenever I am selling those goods to my customer. So let's say I'm again selling 3 units to my customer and I'm delivering also. So I'm up to that level only. I'm in between. So my stock received and stock delivered, both account having the impact over here. because I am not yet done with my vendor bill and I am not yet done with my customer invoice. And now suddenly I realize, okay, Anglo-Saxon method is not for me. I need to change that method. So now we are going back in between and we are disabling the Anglo-Saxon method. So over here, I am disabling my Anglo-Saxon method. And then as a part of fixing these open entries, what we need to do. So this is the crux of this video. Now I will create one more account, one more stock handling interim account like this, stock interim new, and I am going to replace that in all the product category where I have used. So I am replacing it here this way. And then what I will do is, now let's say I have some open invoice and open bills, and I'm again going into my accounting positioning into my balance sheet. So you can see stock received and stock delivered, both account has some of the impact. Before I move on, what I will do is I will pass on this particular entries to my new account, whatever is there, and it will keep a balance for me. So I'm going into journal items, filter by account, and then whatever received and delivered items are, I am going to change this particular transaction into my stock interim new account. Now what happens is, in my general ledger, now you will see this stock interim new account has a balance which is 235.26 as a debit minus credit balance, and then whatever is my stock, it will come here. So I will keep remember this 235.26 as an amount which I need to fix. So over here, what is happening? Now if I go back to my sales order where I have one order which is delivered but not yet billed, and if I create invoice right away, what system will do? System will directly hit my sales account without debiting my interim account for my transaction. Here the gap will occur. The same time, whatever was my purchase order which were received but I haven't billed it yet, and if I am going to bill it right now, as soon as I confirm, it will directly hit my purchase expense. So what is happening here is, I do have multiple vendor bills where in one vendor bill it hits stock interim new account, and in another vendor bill it hit my purchase expense account. Now what is happening in reality in my accounting positioning, if I run my balance sheet, now what is happening is I am still left with some of the open balance because of this stock interim new will not register this amount, and this amount is nothing but the original amount which is in my stock, but I haven't registered my purchase expense. So if I go to my profit and loss, then you can see total 360 rupees of purchase expense is there, but in my vendor bill you can see 630 rupees is already there. So my difference is now 630, and over here it's 360. So the difference is 630 minus 330. So 630 minus 330, it will be 300 rupees of difference which I haven't done my expenses for. So over here in my balance sheet, to register my cost of goods or purchase expense, I have to pass a journal entry against this particular account. So what now I will do is, I will create a journal entry to register my cost of goods, but cost of goods is up to fixing of this amount only. Why? Because now after registering a customer invoice also, earlier where my purchase expense is already registered by 20 plus 10 means totally 30 rupees previously, and now I am left with only this balance to settle it down. So what I need to do is to settle this particular amount as a balance, we have to pass a journal entry. So stock fixing entry, where I will take this as a debit amount, and my new account was there, and then I will say it should go to my purchase expense account. So this will be my journal entry which I need to fix. Why I am still keeping it open? Because that is nothing but the actual difference which is not passed to my purchase expense. Hence I am passing this entry right now. Now based on this, once I am running, my stock interim new account will be nil. However, I do have stock right now. So let me check my stock, which is 16 and 16 unit of both. So what I will do, I don't have any purchase order open. I'm just going and let's say selling all this 16 unit and 16 unit to one of my customer to clear out my entire stock, and then I am directly delivering this. So in my stock, what happens is now it will not register any interim because that account is only hit when my sales and deliveries are happening. So here is, you can see 505 as a difference, and as soon as I am creating my invoice and confirm this, I can see like this will keep open because I don't have counterpart account. But now this is clearing it out. If I go back and open my stock fixing entry and I make reset to draft, what will happen to my balance? So if I go again and check my balance sheet, the valuation which I need to fix at the end of day is 270 only. So you can see now, if I go back to my accounting and my journal items, where I have created a draft entry to fix my account. So I go to my journal entries and I need to search for my draft entry. So now what it will become is nothing but the difference amount, that is 270. So to correct it right way, we have to pass this particular entry at the end of transaction to fix my stock. And this is very crucial to know what is the difference I have to pass to my purchase expense. Now let me go back again to my profit and loss, where 360 rupees was only there as my purchase expense against my vendor bill of 630 rupees. You see, now I am passing this entry and I'm going into my profit and loss again, where now let me check. So stock interim account, sorry, I have to credit this to 70 and this go to debit. And then once I refresh my report, it will be 0, and on my vendor bill side 630 rupees of vendor bill was there, and in my purchase expense rightly 630 rupees will be booked based on the difference of transaction. Yeah, it is very crucial, very difficult to find out this balance, but this is very limited transaction. That's why we are able to find it out to clear my stock. There are multiple methods to achieve this, maybe stock adjustment and then making it 0 and then taking it back to check the valuation of my stock which is yet to bill or expense. And this is how now we can settle out our Anglo-Saxon to Continental account shift in any database. It is very crucial, very difficult step. You can definitely contact me to do that on your live database. It will take a couple of hours to identify all the transaction and find the difference and make this happen. Hope this will help many people to think of changing from Anglo-Saxon to Continental accounting with this particular way of fixing. Thank you guys. Good day.